To introduce you the next tool, which is the Dynamic Sculpt, I am opening a new scene. I'm going to add a box. Let me put it here. Let me expand the width and the depth on 500. So 5 meters on every side. So we have 5 meters on every section. Now I'm going to remesh this object because I want to change the mesh, the structure, the geometry. So let's go for mesh, remesh. I'm going to accept the default values. And now to the deform and dynamic sculpt. You don't have to mind at this moment for this message. Just get here and say discard attributes. And how this is going to work is that by clicking, you will start meshing, you will start changing the mesh of this object. If I click, as you can see, now we're starting moving the mesh. And you can see as well that if I go up, or if I go to the front with my mouse, or I go to the back of my mouse, this will generate basically if in this section we're going up or if we're going down. So this is the way of you controlling this. You can move to the sides and you can move up or you can move down with your mouse. As soon as you start playing with this for some minutes, you will get exactly how this works. And I have to tell you guys, this is a lot of fun. This is really an interesting tool to use. At the same time, you can use the Shift key while clicking, and that will make the geometry to be more, let's say, uniform. You're going to soften the structure of the geometry that you created, as you can see here. And this is very nice because of course, you can always have the control of everything that you are creating, and in many occasions you need to soften the sculpting that you are doing, like what I'm doing at this moment. And it's part of using the tools in combination. And I really invite you to do this thing because it's a really enjoyable process, I have to tell you. So it's very simple. You just have to work with these parameters. As in other cases, you have control over by default, these values are here. You have control over the size of the sector, basically, or the size of the sphere. And you can also define the fall off. Sadly, the fall off is not very clear when you are working here. You have to test it. And the fall off is how much this is going to impact on the borders of the sphere. So let's say that you have a fall off of 5, and let's make the experiment here. So you can see how this is impacting the sections of the corner of the sphere. Now let's move this to 0. So you can see the big difference. Now it is is beyond the corners of the sphere where this section is going to be impacted. Then you have also, let me comment set and comment set. Then you have also the depth. When you move the depth to the top, then you can control another element that will present you how you are going to be sculpting your object. The combination of these two, and I recommend you if you don't have like a very clear idea of how to use them together, the best way is how to use them independently. The best way is to start using them together and see what are the results that they are going to provide you. Again, I'm mixing here and I want to soften some elements. So I'm using the Shift key, and now the elements or the things that I'm creating are being softened just a little bit. I recommend you I mentioned before, continue doing, make your exercises, maybe try to create a kind of a mountain. That could be something interesting, and try to share it with the rest of us in our Discord.